Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do a timeless and collective reading. Whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind, it's a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, and energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully help bring you some clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. But in the end, always trust yourself. The divine inner guidance is in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the guides from the hidden realms. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Please and thank you. Oh, this is so beautiful. Begin with faith in spring. So you are starting something new. You're starting with a fresh slate. You're feeling like you're finally blossoming. Maybe some of you are doing a little glow up energy or feeling better about yourself, better about a situation. This is you having a new beginning, and it's you having a leap of faith energy, an innocence about whatever is going to happen is going to happen, and you're just going to go with the ride, but yet be involved in the changes you need to make. This is also where you have the energy of fertility. So you have the potential to manifest, to have things grow, to have things blossom in your life. And I feel like this is you recognizing how much growth you've actually had, maybe from past circumstances that you've been through, maybe recent ones. It's number 19. So that does bring you to a 10, like the Wheel of Fortune, which is a big spin on the way things were going. With that spin, I feel like there was a cycle you were on. I'm getting like around and around and around and around, and it's like the off button was right there and you had to hit it and just sort of break a cycle. So maybe you're breaking an old pattern, way of thinking, doing something. I do feel like wherever you're going, you feel different. You feel like your energy is restored and renewed. Also, the 19 is like the sun. So it is gaining clarity. It's feeling like yourself. It is feeling more youthful. Let's see. Let's go to the divine dog and get another message for you guys on this new cycle that's beginning. Also, since it's spring energy, it could be that something was already planted underneath the ground. It just needed the right timing, the right season to sprout. But I am getting, for some of you, you need to start this new season by planting the right seeds. So let's see. Clarity for the collective, please and thank you. Choice. Yeah, you have to get off the fence. Maybe somebody else has been on that fence too long. Maybe it's about the decisions that you are making now in this new cycle that are different from what you would have chosen in the past. But you can't stay on this fence forever. So maybe you were teeter-tottering which way to go, knowing the right direction. Should you go that way? I feel like whatever direction you go, you're going to have an energy where you're going to figure out where you need to be or what you need to do next, how to redirect yourself. It's getting off of the fence, making a decision. Maybe you have to have a conversation about something. Maybe you are creating a lot of these changes in your life, but it's all about your choices. Not choosing or is also a choice. But I feel like here you do have to make a decision with something. You have to get off the fence. Maybe somebody has been waiting for an answer for a while. That could be a job, or maybe a choice between your time or your attention. But I feel like somehow you're not giving the right attention to more areas than even that decision by you sort of teetering back and forth. I feel like there is something you want to choose and you want to give this energy of these like the garden energy. It's where you want to plant the seeds and attend the garden, so you're part of something that grows. Maybe since you have that growth, I want to say maturity, but it's almost like spiritual maturity. So maybe you're seeing elevated perspective of something. Maybe you were down on the ground, and maybe a fence was always a block, or you always got in your own way, or you got trapped by things that were obstacles around you. And you sort of froze or got stuck in something instead of looking for a different way to go through or around or under or over. So I feel like when you're on that fence here, you did go up here, or someone else did, to find the elevated perspective of a situation. But I do feel like once you see the bigger landscape of your energies around you, or what you need to do, or maybe more clarity about what could be in the distant horizons, depending on which direction you're going, you got to take a leap of faith and jump off the fence. So let's see. Let's go to, this is the Crystal Angels. What is a deeper message to bring some clarity and insight on this getting off the fence energy? Maybe somebody else was gaining the spiritual perspective or maturity on something. Gaining more confidence with where they want to go or what they want to choose, making that choice. Sometimes it's just that leap of faith that's the hardest one. I feel like the next choices to come get easier. So let's get one Crystal Angel message for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, you have Tanzanite. So, oh, wow. Ready to love again. Ready to open your heart. There is a lot of green here. So maybe you put up your own walls. You put up your own fence in a situation that can be out of protection from past situations. But this is you ready to perhaps love again in a new partnership, or love a different way in the partnership you're thinking about, like a rekindling energy. But I feel like it starts with you glowing different and loving yourself. Let's see. I feel like this is a big healing. You've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. So it is a new love. So whether that's a new love of something you're doing in your life, a new facet of you that you are discovering, or what you are becoming, or an actual partner coming into your world. Some of you are ready to get back out there, or to give somebody that's coming in or that you know now a chance to see. I do feel like maybe somebody else is helping you make that choice, or helping you take that leap of faith, maybe willing to go that same direction with you. But maybe if there's someone up here that is not making a choice, it is you choosing to go in the direction on your own, and then finding the right person or partner, position, or even project where you have a back and forth vibration of love that works with you and for you and supports you. But it only comes when somebody is ready. So you do have to have that energy of maybe being vulnerable. But I feel like if it's the right person, I don't think it's going to take that much strength for you to be vulnerable. You just have to have your discernment to know how fast to open up, and if it's the right place to do so, or the right person to do so with. Let's get one spirit message. Clarity, please, for the collective. What is a message to be helpful? I put my glasses down. I should have just left them on. It's let go of the old. Hey, you do. You have a new beginning. But first, you have to be the one to let go of something you were holding on to and make a decision. You have to choose to open up. You have to let go of anything that was holding you down, restricting you, not there for your highest and greatest good. Maybe see it as a lesson. See it in that higher perspective of how it brought you growth and change, inspiration, and it's like leaving the baggage on the shore, taking those spiritual and wise lessons with you, but not dragging something that wasn't helpful any longer. So you do have to let go of something to have room for something new to come in. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, maybe some fears or doubts, but don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe, just observe it from a higher perspective. We all have weird thoughts all the time. We all have moments of self-doubt or reflection from things that didn't go right in the past or could possibly not go right in the future. But if you get lost in that or build up blocks or get stuck in your own way, then you don't have that right movement forward. Simply observe and choose and take aligned actions and choices. Learn from the past mistakes that you have made or situations that you have been in and create your own new possibilities. Take those beautiful seeds of wisdom that you have learned and use that to create this new beautiful garden that wants to flourish in your life. So this is really nice. I like this new energy coming in for you guys. Let's do, I have the cloth. I also have the Archangel Power Tarot. So let's do both. Clarity for the collective, please and thank you. What is the foundational energy to be aware of on this letting go? Observing something in a different way, tapping into the higher, more spiritual perspective, and beginning fresh and new. Oh, in this deck, this particular king likes to come out for you guys. You are starting in a new chapter where somebody is going to offer you something for the long term. Somebody sees potential for tremendous growth, prosperity, abundance. This is that gigantic garden because this is the king that is not afraid to get his or her hands dirty, to do the work, do the due diligence, to be there every day, to make something unfold and manifest and make it great and make it big and abundant. But this king understands that abundance starts with the tiniest of blessings, the tiniest of moments. When there's satisfaction and gratitude in every moment you get to do, situations that are hard and rough and situations that flow effortlessly, then there's never a desire for the next thing to fulfill him or her. I feel like somebody is coming through pretty big and bold and you're going to hear them coming. It's like, you know, the earth is making waves. Maybe you do have to dig something up and give a brand new foundation to a situation so you can plant those seeds and they can grow deep roots and come when they're ready, because there can't be a smothering energy on anything growing natural. You know, you can't force that plant to come out of the ground before it's ready. And there's also the energy where if it's a garden and something is not quite ready to pluck, you don't want to take it too soon. So there is being in the everyday reality of a situation when this king comes through. I do see him as very superficial, materialistic, and really worried about everyone else's ideas or thoughts or opinions and what they think about him or what he has. Upside down. It's lost in the 3D and not involving the spirituality. When the spirit is involved, all of this vulnerability with like the being naked. He's authentically himself, but he is still strong with the tools he uses building for the future. This king really knows how to manifest. Either way. But I feel like the difference is the one upright sees any situation that happened as an experience and a blessing to grow, to find a solution, to do something a different way. Upside down, that one is lost in problem land and not looking for a different way through or a solution. to have something work the next time. I hope that made sense. Let's get one more from this thing. It's also Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo like energy. It doesn't have to be, it's just a personality. It's certain facets in the way human nature is. That person is generally very grounded. They are very sensual. They do want to like be able to touch what they're working on. Sometimes I see that as somebody very good with their hands. Like good using, I don't know why I see like a carpenter or somebody who is really good with tools. But maybe they're good on machinery. I mean, I am getting kind of like a tractor-like energy or a chariot thing here. Maybe somebody works with machines or trucks or engines or even animals, because there's that big bowl there. But I feel like it's somebody who knows how to get the wheels spinning, to get something turning if it was all rusty. Even the right approach to something to get something moving if it was a stubborn energy. Clarity on the Prince of Discs, please and thank you. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, this could go both ways. This makes complete sense with looking at this king this way and this way, because I see this card always. The Four of Pentacles, here it's power. So if it is somebody that just wants to be seen as being powerful, to be the boss, to be the CEO, to look at, to have the world notice them as being in this powerful position. But this person is never really tapping into their spirituality or being driven by the truth of their heart because they're satisfied with where they are now. It's like that empty feeling this way. Upright, this person never feels empty. They feel whole with exactly what they have, whether they live in a castle or they live in a tent. Here, this energy can be the miser, holding on to something so tightly that it never grows. It never even leaves this little, what is this? Like this little courtyard to get past the moat, to get down the pyramid, to have that adventure. It's just money in the bank, in the piggy bank. It's holding on to something so tightly, it doesn't have that in and out potential to grow. So it is paying attention to your finances. This can be somebody who's very financially savvy, who has very good advice in finances, or at least learns, because there's also the message with this that there is wisdom in saving for a rainy day. Wisdom in having something that comes in maybe a little at a time, or you save a little at a time so that there is more stability and security. So you do feel safe in this kingdom. But if you're just always in here and you never get to leave, you never get to expand that energy. So you have to see what you can let go of so that it can recirculate and have bigger growth and potential. So sometimes that's investments. But you have to be smart, do your due diligence and research about what you are investing your time and your energy into, because this has to do with where you are in your physical reality. So it might mean that you have to stop overspending if not enough is coming in. It might mean you need to put a little bit away for a rainy day or for that vacation that you or this person has been dreaming about for a long time, rather than just working all the time. This person can be an overworker and never get to play. So if it's saving for a vacation, how can you save for that so you can figure out where this drawbridge is and work your way out of something to expand? So it's both the potential for something to grow. You have these 4 pillars, which is good. So you have this thing you can build a solid foundation on, but you have to keep the ceiling open to bigger possibilities. You have to keep the entranceway perhaps closed. Maybe you need that drawbridge out of a little bit of protective energy, but you have to know when to open the drawbridge and release something, leave something, go somewhere else, or sometimes let something in. I love how this looks like to me. I don't really know what it is, but I mean, it looks like to me this is the top of a pyramid or like landscape here. These look like 4 pillars or 4 towers, but there's this like, it looks like water energy at a moat, so you can't really cross it or get up there unless you find the right entranceway, the right doorway. But it does look like there is a gateway here. Can you see it? And the gateway is open. So you have to look at if you're holding on to something too tightly and it's smuggling the energy of any new potential partner or thing coming in, and you just never get to leave that little kingdom, you don't know what could be out there. Sometimes that is getting out there. Sometimes that is giving something a chance, taking a little bit of an educated risk. So there can be, sometimes they even see that as residual income coming back. I don't know why I just thought of like a voiceover or a commercial. Maybe some of you do something in the entertainment industry, but I also see that sometimes as being a teacher. So if you are teaching something and it's more like a salary thing or something that you teach all of the time, that's one way for that monetary energy to come in, or that energy to bring you stability. But maybe there's a way where you can put time into something once and it can come back and circulate more from the energy you did once. Like maybe you teach a course or something like that, and you take time to do the layout, to do the workbooks, or to make some videos or something like that. But maybe people can take that class online and pay for that course when it's on their time. You are not there in that classroom every single time necessarily. Maybe you do times where you do like interactive something. I'm kind of getting that for some of you, where you still are there, but you still did a bulk of work that can come in. It's that working smarter, not necessarily harder kind of energy. I hope that was helpful. I mean, that would definitely be the prince or the king that would know how to work smarter, even though he or she is perfectly capable of working hard. Clarity on all of these messages. What is the bridge between? I feel like that is the bridge. I feel like you are like letting someone in or getting yourself out of something to go towards new abundance somewhere, new growth. So what is the message from the power, Archangel Power deck to help the collective right now on the 4 of Pentacles, Prince of Discs? Ooh, you might have to do it fast. The Knight of, this is the Knight of Michael, so that's like the Knight of Swords. So this also might mean you do have to get rid of the old. It might be an old way of thinking. It might be a way where it blinded you to seeing anything that could be outside potential because you only saw these 4 corners. This night is usually an experience that happens faster than you thought, comes at you really fast, or you doing something really fast, but it's doing it with confidence and an open mind, clear communication. And it's knowing the difference from when to have those blinders on and have a direct focus, and when to take it off and allow more information to come in, to observe a bigger side of a story so that you can make a better choice or a better decision instead of sitting on the fence. Usually this night, unless it's like this, doesn't really sit on the fence. They know how to make a decision. They know how to have a conversation. They know how to ask the right questions with something. It's a smart cookie. But it is usually, having, I'm getting like a direct approach, but I don't see that with this. I actually see this person doing this. Or like even doing a diagonal thing. So maybe it was always the direct approach that worked in the past. It's not the direct approach that'll work right now. But this is somebody who is very strong. They're committed to what they are thinking about. They do make some plans. It is somebody very smart. They're intellectual and they're diligent. I feel like it is somebody like very organized. But maybe, you know, until you saw something in a different perspective, all those thoughts were all over the place and disorganized. It is time to move quickly. You have to get off the fence fast. And it's sometimes where you do have to choose logic over emotions. Don't ignore your emotions. Otherwise, you can get lost in logical land, lost in over-analyzing something, lost in overthinking something. And then your choices are going to be wonky too. You have to be guided by, you know, your gut, your intuition, and your heart. But see the reality in a situation. I guess first and foremost, see something for what it is. See somebody for who they are. Do their words match their actions? Do your words match your actions? And it's usually where there are some sudden changes in your life. Something happens and it changes everything. It's like that night just brings the winds of change with them. I will say, do know when to listen, because if this night is upside down, they can be an over-talker. Their ideas are the only, their thoughts, their ideas are the only things they hear, and they like interrupt somebody's answer, or they interrupt somebody and like kind of just overspeak sometimes. So I want to say, wait till you get all the information to respond, or really try to hear what somebody is saying. What's one more message to bridge all of these together? We have 2 court cards. So you might be dealing with an air and earth sign. So Aries, or maybe Aries, since that Freudian slipped out, but Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And then you have the Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Maybe somebody has earth and air in their chart, but the knight needs more experience to become the king. But sometimes this king has to get off the throne and out of the kingdom and act upon the plans he or she is having to have a new experience. You do have this new energy in. Here, go back to the drawing board. What is one more message to be helpful? Please and thank you. Oh, wow, you are changing your life. And you're doing it with strength. Maybe a Leo energy, or something happens in Leo season or started in Leo season. This is huge. This is number 16. It is the Tower. So it is something that's going to change really fast. But this Tower is coming because something was wobbly. Something wasn't working. It was not a solid foundation, or it was too stuck of an energy for too long. So this comes through, usually divinely, to break the mold, to stop the cycle, to make the changes needed to get you on the path you're supposed to be on, or to get you towards what you're supposed to become or what you're supposed to be doing. This is going to rock your world. It's something that happens very fast. It's all about how you handle the Tower. To clean up the mess, or to rebuild somewhere else. To use the same tools, or to not. To plant the seeds that didn't sprout, or to plant the seeds that will, in the right environment, in the right weather, in the right partnership, in the right season. It's all about what you do with it, how you react. Sometimes the Tower is an internal epiphany. Like all of a sudden, your mind is opened, your heart is opened, and you see something so differently than you ever saw it before that you know you have to make some changes now because you can't unsee it. It's Archangel Chamuel. It's a 16, and that takes you to the star. It takes you to that renewed hope. You might have only been building these, but you see the potential of something that could grow even taller than what you thought in the past. But you have to make the changes needed brick by brick for something to be built. And it usually means you have to do something in a different way than you were doing it, or somebody else does. It's a sudden revelation that gives you freedom. It makes you feel free, not like you are stuck in Rapunzel's tower here, or stuck on this little platform where you couldn't even see, or you can see, but then you can't get off. This is you getting the freedom you need to build what you need for this brand new cycle that comes in. You do have a lot of energy here that is fast. So it might mean that you have to turn on a dime, think on a dime, take that leap of faith off that fence and make a choice. Maybe you stick with that choice, or maybe after you make that choice, you figure that wasn't really the right choice. You need to take something else into consideration and go a different way. But you have faith in yourself. You have faith in God and Source. It's breaking free of, I love how this matches, of procrastination. It's embracing opportunities that bring change. You're embracing those opportunities instead of telling yourself it wasn't for you, or telling yourself you weren't strong enough to do it, or handle it, or have it, or become it. The strength comes when you go through a situation, when you need it, when you need that strength. It's knowing that sometimes that strength is not a gigantic push. Sometimes you got to push that tower over yourself and make those changes. And sometimes it's graceful and gentle and like honey on the wound. There's always that faith and trust. You got the angel and the lion. I feel like both of those energies are pretty powerful and strong. But you got the one that's both, I mean, she looks human too. It's almost like human and angelic. And then you have that animal side, that instinctual side, that part of you that just trusts its instinct and wants to roar if you need to. But sometimes you don't have to be loud to have the biggest changes, or get the strongest reaction, or create the biggest inspiration. It's knowing when to restrain yourself, and it's knowing when to step into your power. It's number 11 here. It's grace and strength through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. Here, it's pushing that power. Or it's not believing that you are powerful enough to do something. Just here getting stuck on earth. It makes me think like, I don't know, I see like someone stuck in the mud. I feel like all you need to do was maybe take off the rubber boots and step on something barefoot and you are free. So I do get that something was getting you feeling stuck before somebody else. You have the dove of peace here. So there was a peaceful solution. And this angel is grounded on the rock. So there is an energy of getting grounded with something. But also you have these spiritual wings where you can also fly. And that's beautiful. So I hope this reading was helpful for you guys. We're going to get one more message from the universe has your back. I'm letting you know I am still continuing the contest to do a private free reading. I won't say it in every video, but if you are interested, just put your emoji of your choice in the comments and I will automatically enter you in to win. If you've already done it, you are already in the mix. And I will let you guys know when I will pull another name and you will get a private link. You'll be the only one with it to like via YouTube to watch a reading. I'm gonna only leave it up for a week for you to watch. I don't want it to get like mixed in with the other videos. So you get a week to see it. And that's just sort of something I would like to do to give back and say thank you to you guys. So let's get one more message from the universe. What would be helpful for the collective right now? Please and thank you. there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. That stream, it's that going with the flow. It is that being flexible. It's also knowing when you need to have focus and when you need to zoom out. I feel like when you're guided by love, when you are ready to love again, ready to love yourself again, ready to pursue things that you love, be with people you love. It is like that ever-flowing energy that does create all of this abundance in your life. It's those seeds of love that give you these brand new starts. And even if this isn't a gigantic chapter in your life, maybe it starts here. Your chapter begins every moment you have, every choice that you make, every day that you get to wake up and begin to manifest your dreams. Get to wake up and be around the people you love, or pursue the things that make you happy, that make you feel alive, that you get to build, that you get to be proud of. Every little step is a blessing. Every moment we have is a blessing. And with this, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful evening, beautiful night, and I'll see you soon.